Sorry for this terrible setup. I'm still recording on my phone because I don't know how to like record on your webcam and make it not look like shit, but I haven't uploaded a video in 6 months, but it's fine. My life has been a mess, so I'm excused, okay? I just moved into my first apartment ever through really rough circumstances, but you know, I'm dealing with it. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about Sex and the City. I recently watched it for the first time, and when I first watched it, I was so obsessed. Like, it literally had me gagging, okay? Like, I was gagging.
I'm gagging.
This was 2015. I would definitely look it up on Tumblr and retweet all the gifs and shit because it's like, it's giving really iconic, period. So the show has 4 main characters: Carrie, Samantha, Charlotte, and Miranda. And Carrie is kind of like the main character. Okay, she's the main character in every sense of the word. She's the main character in the show, and she also thinks she's the main character like all of the fucking time, which is like so funny to me. I don't know, it pisses some people off, but to me it's just like kind of funny that she always thinks she's the main character no matter in what situation. I mean, we all know or have that friend that only talks about themselves and never like asks you any questions, and like she's that person. I mean, it's not that funny in real life, but to me it's kind of funny in the show, okay? Like, she is a fucking TV character. Like, it's not that serious. I don't get people on Twitter that actually like despise her because of her antics. Like, I just don't think it's that deep, but to each their own, okay? I get really passionate about TV shows as well. Carrie has this ick about her that actually really annoys me as well, that she has been chasing this man. She is chasing this man, Mr. Big, for 10 years. Over 10 years, I think. In the first season, she just meets him and she doesn't know anything about him. Like, it's like a hookup, and then she becomes more and more obsessed with him, even to the point where she sleeps with him while he's married. Just to add something to that, I feel like Carrie is just like attachment issues having. I'm a boss, and especially having anxious attachment issues. I sadly also struggle with that, so I can relate to her to a certain extent, but going behind somebody's back, really shitting and disrespecting another woman for a man, it's just like, I draw the line. And that was like a very evil move, even for her, even if she's a very selfish character.
Hey, you! Wait! I knew you were having an affair, but not in my house! Stop! I'm talking to you!
You need to cut the you really do, okay? Just cut the okay?
Then we have my Miss Girl, Samantha Jones, okay? She's like the wings? She's the sphinx of the show. A very big sex enjoyer, okay? She enjoys the sex. Not all of us enjoy the sex. I do enjoy me some sex, you know, to a certain extent, but it's not like my main focus in life.
Nobody asked.
To her, sex is really like the main point of living. She loves the sex. I don't know, but to me in the show, she was kind of just like the comic relief character. There wasn't really like that much depth to her. There was like this one episode where she was sick and she was crying about not having a relationship, not having a man to take care of her, but she snapped out of that like real quick. Haney, like pretty consistent throughout the whole show. She's never really searching for a man, she's never really searching for a relationship. Besides this one guy, he was like her boss and he had a bit more power, so I feel like she felt, you know, kind of attracted to that. Us women, a lot of the times we are attracted to just guys that have the power, they have the money. Even if you have money yourself, it's like you would just feel attracted to men that have money as well. Not all the time, because she does date becoming actor at the end of the show. I think it was like in the last season. I really like them together. Smith Jarrett, bro, what is his name? She dates Smith Jarrett at the end of the season. What am I talking about? She dates him at the end of the show. He's like this young guy, late 20s. They're all like in their mid to late 30s in the show, mind you. So it really molds him into a star, you could say. I mean, I don't really like the trope of building up a man. In the end, they will always be ungrateful, but I feel like he's not the type to be ungrateful to her. He was like actually really sweet. They do break up. It's really unfortunate that they broke up, but I feel like their relationship just didn't work for her anymore, and he gets all of those acting gigs because of her. They just don't spend that much time together anymore. It really bothers her, and it also bothers her that she doesn't get to have as much sex anymore, which is the most important thing to her, period, girl. Then we have Miss Little Charlotte York. I'm not gonna say she's like my least favorite character, but she kind of is my least favorite character, just because she's like the most conservative. She's giving like a little Republican, okay, like she's giving that. She meets her husband that she ends up with, so in the movies she says that she's a conservative, so I feel like she would have voted for Trump anyways. But she's like this hopeless romantic, you know, la-di-da, la-di-da. In this show, she kind of goes on a lot of useless dates and has a lot of useless situationships till she meets this man who's very rich but has a very like controlling mother. And this mother is like older because he's already like in his 40s, so his mother is like in her 60s or something, or in his 70s even. But she controls him, like she controls everything that he does. She even like still takes care of him in the bath when he's sick. Like, anyways, she actually marries this man, but it doesn't work out like at all. Like it's just a complete mess. She ends up divorcing him again, but honestly that was like the best decision she ever made in the show, I fear, because that man was just so immature for his age. It was never gonna work out. Miss Miranda Hobbs, it actually reminds me of my mom a little, not because of her character. My mom is also a workaholic, but till she got sick, unfortunately. But my mom would also like work as much as Miranda, so it's like that's like the only reason why she reminded me of her, and she also got me while still working full-time. So Miranda is kind of like the more serious character, you know, she's like the more realist. She's definitely my second least favorite character in the show because I feel like it's a little dry sometimes. It does bring a lot of value to the show, but sometimes it feels like she's like only there to argue with Carrie. So Carrie needs a reality check. Like sometimes she just needs a reality check, and Miranda is there to give her the reality check. Miranda also goes around, she dates these useless guys. She does end up with a really a handsome black doctor in one of the seasons. I don't remember which season. This is what triggered me, okay? She leaves the doctor to go back to her ex who she has a baby with, and he's a bartender named Steve. Like,
wait, stop the motherfucking music. You, are you dumb?
I feel like if somebody is a useless baby daddy, it would be Steve. Like, he is the useless baby daddy who doesn't have any money and just annoys you. We don't like Steve in his household, sorry. So this was a little introduction of the characters, and now I'm just gonna say what I have to say about this show a little bit, like a little review if you will. But when I first started watching the show, I kind of thought the premise was a little unrealistic, because would women in their mid-30s really still be dating around like women my age? Like, wouldn't they already be completely settled? Or like these days a lot of women also choose celibacy because men are just an unnecessary hassle. But I feel like when you're gonna worry about a man, you should only do so when you're financially stable. And I feel like that kind of mindset represents Sex and the City. What I meant here is that dating if you're broke is kind of hard. As a broke woman myself, and you kind of tend to more focus on men who have money, just so you don't have to constantly worry about all of the bills you have to pay by yourself. And you kind of see love alone as useless when you're struggling. So I feel like the women in Sex and the City really just date because they want love and or sex, and they're not just dating to survive like most women, including me, especially in 2025, sadly. You never see them begging men for money. I mean, no shade if you do that, you know, more power to you, but you never see them do that. Only see them expecting something out of a relationship, what you really should expect, which is love and commitment. There's this one episode where Carrie gets mistaken as a high-end escort and gets paid $1,000. I mean, not gonna lie, I would have taken that money with a hand kiss, but it makes Carrie generally feel weird about it. She's not broke in the show because she has a bad job. She's generally broke because she spends all her money in shoes. How else would she afford a not shoebox-like apartment in New York, even in the 90s to early 2000s, I bet it still wasn't that affordable. I've seen a lot of people say Carrie is materialistic and she's only obsessed with Mr. Big, likely because he's a millionaire who constantly gives her gifts, and I kind of have to defend her on that, because what woman doesn't like a man that gives you stability? She's really into fashion, so why would she not enjoy him giving her jewelry or shoes or whatever? At least she's better in that front than Miranda's mess of a man who ends up cheating on her in the last season because she just had a baby, mind you, and she's not giving him sex.
You. Are you dumb?
Now you have a baby, a useless baby father, and no expensive jewelry. Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. It's not like Miranda needs any of those things because she's literally a very successful lawyer, but it's never good to have a man that's only giving you extra baggage. Samantha, I really have nothing to add about her. Her sex drive is the final boss of all gooners out there, and she does remind me of one of my friends, just in a rich white woman's body. I do wish she would have stayed with Smith Jared, because I felt like he was the only one who actually understood her and wouldn't be that mad if she went on to mess with somebody else in a while. Like where in that episode she goes back to her ex, who's also her ex-boss. The sex, I feel like that was like one of the only times where she felt like the sex was ass. She comes down from the hotel room and the elevator opens and Smith Jarrett is standing there and she's just like crying, and like he holds her in his arms. It's like so romantic. I love that episode. I mean, they kind of should have done an open relationship type of thing. Maybe that wasn't a thing back then, but in the end, everyone is different and you don't really need a man. Charlotte, her arc was kind of confusing to me because she's like a hashtag clean girl conservative, but then she does the freakiest shit. Kind of like Samantha's spirit, just with a little bit of more shame. Like in that one episode where she got crabs from a random college guy. Also her putting up with that man baby who couldn't get it up for her. Like any such cases exist, unfortunately. I don't really know how to feel about the bald guy. He's not really giving me anything. I've only watched a little bit of the spin-off show and just like that. Maybe a little old school, misogynistic sometimes. Just for Kim Cattrall though. She's really like missed in that show. I do think the show was ahead of its time, but there are many things that weren't. Like the constant fat shaming from all the characters, like when Miranda gained a little weight from pregnancy. Girl, you're not even fat. And she gets compared with some guy that's actually huge, no shade. And there's a scene where she gets called fat ass, like in a negative way. I had to laugh. And the happy end of that is that she lost the weight and everything is fine. Bruh. The 2000s must have been a wild west for women's body standards.
After 3 Weight Watchers meetings where they did nothing but talk about eating, Miranda Babyweight and Tom Big Bone
also did transphobia in one episode, or multiple even. Like Samantha used the T slur. We're gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Also, there's this episode where she has beef with trans sex workers because she had to move there because she got kicked out of her rich white people apartment building, and they are making noise outside on the street. And it's like, girl, you moved there voluntarily and it's New York, like of course there's gonna be noise outside. And she just throws water at them. I mean, it's not even funny, but We don't even have a scene where she apologizes to them. She just throws a grill party or something on her rooftop and invites them to it, and that's it. Okay, I definitely wouldn't come to somebody's grill party after they throw water at me from a window. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I would give it a 9 out of 10 rating. It is like one of the best shows I've ever watched. Even if it makes me a little insecure sometimes, because it's like they're all so skinny and wealthy and just perfect and have like such a good friendship with each other. And I'm like, I feel like I'm alone most of the time. I'm just like a very lone wolf type of person, and I'm also not skinny and rich. Like, I wish I could even live in a city like New York and just like go on brunch every day with my girlfriends. Like, that would be my fucking dream life. Okay, like I really aspire to live like that. That was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If I was talking too fast at some point, I was just like reading down my script that I wrote, but the parts I was like talking more slowly, I'm just like freestyling it. Please follow this channel, okay? Give it a thumbs up, comment for the algorithm. Also follow me on Twitch. I might start streaming again soon when I have my life more in order. Also follow my other social media stuff like Instagram. X is where I'm the most active on, aka Twitter, aka X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.
What do you mean, you with the flower? You talking to me?
That's you, girl.
What do you want?
I want you to give me a twirl and a twirl.
I need to see you spin first.
Hungry girl.